So little.
Okay.
Right. So we did like an hour with there's a kind of chat for Attila, I think it was, and we came back. It was just me saying, you don't press record. Right.
So, what do you want me to do?
Ooh, you can drive because the keyboard's frustrating me.
So let's do take. Yeah, sorry, that ball's in the US.
It's the smallness of it. It's like, where's the tip?
Everybody else has got the big guys, and there's me with the little one. So we did. Oops.
Let's do inject first because it should be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's do inject first. Do inject first.
Okay. All right.
How'd you get on?
I did takeaway first because I thought takeaway was going to be a much bigger project, frankly.
Yeah.
So I wanted mentally to make more headway.
Mm-hmm.
And then then towards the end of the week, I came back to inject, and I basically had to go and read up on what this thing really does, try to understand it.
Yeah.
And then I did all that mental effort, worked out how it worked, played with the IRB, etc., looked at the docs, and then I started to flesh out some of the logic myself. Then I obviously got maybe stuck at one stage. I created version 1.
Yeah.
Had a chat with somebody else.
Corrected,
yeah. Had a chat with somebody else. Corrected some errors in his one, and he gave me some guidance on how to take mine to the next level. And then and then I made it a little bit better.
Okay, so high level.
Okay.
What's this doing? I've no idea what that is. What's that for? Okay, so the sum will initialize itself. Okay, so you don't actually need that.
Okay.
The other one. Where's everything?
Oh, let me check. Get to the directory right. Oops.
So everything's still working fine for that. Also, this is strange. So what we've done here is what sort of variable is that at sum?
Looks like an instance variable to me.
Right. Do we need to expose that anywhere else? As we're calling .sum anywhere on here, or?
No, I mean I thought I was sort of referencing this the initialize. So that's the one I thought I was effectively grabbing.
You are. It's just you don't. Ruby will create the instance variable for you. Okay. As soon as you call at whatever variable name, it will create the instance variable. And personally, I don't think you need. You don't need that.
Okay.
So if we can get rid of that, and if we just rename sum to sum, okay, so now we've got everything as a private variable, so we don't need to worry about exposing any sort of nonsense. So we rerun our tests.
Okay.
A little thing. Check your indentation. So try and keep your indentation nice and clean.
So once you've opened a class, then the methods everything should indent from there by one.
Yeah. So it should be each thing should be just in one. So like the if is in one, then inside that if, sort of block is in one. So we've got some duplication. Okay, from away from there to there. It's exactly the same, right? Yeah. True. Not true. So that little chunk of code there is doing exactly the same thing, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't see. Yeah. Okay, got you.
So we can maybe tidy that up a little bit. So maybe think about how you could consider using array duplicate or something like that. Have you seen the array duplicate array?
No.
Okay. So one of the things. One of the problems. Yeah, okay. That's cool. Yourself, interesting. So, what it'll basically duplicate. A new array, the duplication. So you can do It just sort of makes life a little bit easier, so you don't need to delete the original array or change the original array. So you can take a copy of it here locally, and then remove the first element from it, and then you're not changing the original array that was given to you.
Oh, okay.
So it's all.
But wait, that's what is that not what we've done here, basically?
No, let me check what does drop do. Oops.
Something very similar.
Not sure if that actually if it's destructible. In terms of array, in terms of rest of the elements in a way, so it's like it's skipping one, isn't it? So that's not it's not destructive in that sense. So if you did so in here, so let's see if there's just similar things that that, and then on the next line we'd expect. Oops. 3, 2, 4, 2, 3. So we don't expect the array to.
Well, it's going to be somewhere on that. Is it? Or maybe not actually. So I know.
Right.
I thought it was an excessive bracket. It's okay.
2, 4, 2b. Yeah, you can do either. You can do that as well. Okay. So we want to make sure that we're not actually changing the original array. Because if we did delete that, we'd be changing. So let's say we did we could have done something. I think we'll do this. Should do the same thing. Yeah, so the only thing it fails on is the fact that we've actually modified the original array that was passed into us. So that's when you might want to use dupe, and then you can remove this duplication to clean up. Do you know what I mean by dry out the code? So
Yeah, don't repeat yourself.
Yeah.
So I'm on top of that. Well, I've heard of that. I should say.
Yeah. So, yeah, these two bits are almost identical. So we can
definitely. It seems to me that a bit. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, I think I get what you mean a bit now. In mine, it's that from dot each that's identical. Could I not just plonk that maybe into a method or something? And
I mean, okay. So talk me through what we're actually doing in the different if scenarios.
So what I'm saying is, you know, in mine, I'm saying, well, my starting point or my starting array is different. So you know, there's not duplication there apart from I've made a change to this array on which I've referenced. But then I'm saying, could I create some sort of, you know, I don't know, modifier method or whatever, and then
and pass the array in.
And then I go on X, or maybe it's a bad name, but
yeah, you can actually.
Then I could go, and then I could type in all that X. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, you could.
And that would also achieve what you're sort of saying.
Yeah, no, that could work.
But I see what you're saying. So, but actually, no, I'm sure I do completely see what you're saying.
Okay.
I see what you're saying on the array duplication thing.
Okay, let's go through and do some cleanup. Okay, so the first thing, the argument that's passed in, you called sum.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the argument you pass in is not the sum; it's something else. So it's actually the seed, or the initial value, or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's the seed value, right? Then, if the seed is nil, if the seed is not nil, then what we want to do is we zip over and add everything up, right? Which is fine. which is indeed the sum in this case. The seed is not nil, so else the seed is nil. So then the sum equals self 0. And we go so actually when I do that, right? Now, when we sort of break this out, now all of a sudden this is looking even more similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, sort of like, this is nuts. Let's just run the test, see if we're still on track. Yeah, great. Okay. So, another little niggle of mine. So, I find it hard to read that not there. So, I'd rather switch the logic round.
Okay.
So, I'd rather say if the seed is nil, then do this. Else.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think
yeah. Or you could have used unless, I suppose.
Yeah, I can't stand unless.
Oh, really?
I find it really hard to reason about.
Okay.
Like unless this, and then I end up going round in circles. Okay. It's probably just me.
Yeah,
it's a personal thing.
Yeah. It's funny. Everybody always says. I've noticed a few people give that sort of feedback.
Okay. So how can we get rid of this? So now, this is where we want to use the dupe. Okay. So let's call it. I don't know. So, dupe. Then we got something to work on. And then this. Put in self, and just do duplicate for each. And now, pitch that, and we're just going to say duplicate delete delete. Oops. Delete at 0. So we're going to remove the first item, which is what we did with the drop. So we've got a lot. Now we've got the code that's going over. So we're basically going to be removing one, skipping over. Let's just run our test, make sure we're still good, and then we can move this further and say, well, actually, in that. Great. How's that look? Is it more expressive to what we're trying to do? I don't know. I don't know. Is it clearer to you? So when we start in, so we're saying, okay, we've got a seed. A seed is nil. Okay, so if the seed is nil, we need to delete the first item of the array.
Yeah.
And set it to the sum so far. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Else,
if
we don't have a seed. Yeah. We set the sum to the seed. And then we do the each as the the sum and then.
Yes. Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, if that's helpful.
Yeah, it is. I hadn't really thought about doing it like that. Yeah.
So it's like the only bit of condition. We've got a little bit of condition at the top, and then we do the same thing on everything. Okay. Next up.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing I might ask is why do we need to do the duplicate actually?
Okay. So if we
because
we don't.
Yeah.
So if we just do self.
Yeah.
Actually, you can make it easier if I just. It's going to be the same thing.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We'll fail the test that we said we're not going to modify the original array.
Oh, okay.
Where we pass in. So because we're using delete at.
Yeah.
So let's say we didn't delete. Let's say we did the. Let's say we just did that. We will set the seed to the first item of the array. What will happen? What do you think will happen?
Or we'll repeat the code on the first item.
Yeah. So
The first element.
Yeah.
Of the array.
Yeah. So we're going to end up double counting that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why we have to do.
So it's basically to do with the destructive logic.
Yeah. And that's just to keep this the same. I mean, you're right. We could go back to what we had previously, where we do the drop. You know, but in my mind, it's you know, we've got this duplication here, which you know, I would like to get rid of.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Okay. Let's, do you know about this? Inject. You know about that? What?
Hang on. The argument you put in there, because we're using the real version, not mine now.
Yep.
The argument you put in there is normally it would default to the first element, but unless I specify it, then that becomes the starting point. So you've actually specified something here, and I don't know exactly what you specified.
Okay, so I've specified a symbol.
Yes.
Come on. Have we got inject in here? Where is our inject? Not right.
Oh, well, I can guess what I think you've done. This is the default, that.
Yeah.
Functionality. So you're basically going to show me a quick way of passing a block first, and it's very well defined, maybe.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. So inject is
yes.
It's the second one.
Okay.
So yeah. So basically, it's just a block.
Yeah.
Or right. So basically, if you pass in a symbol, there we go. So you get inject blah 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 blah. So it's the first bit. Where does it give the example for injecting? There we go. Okay. So some sort of numbers inject.
Oh, yeah.
So it's block and inject.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
So the next one you can do is you can do multiply. Again, we just we do that. A bit more interesting.
Yeah.
So
you can put in any method. Well, I mean, what methods? I mean, these are methods, right? Effectively, the plus method, the multiply method. So, what methods are predefined as symbols that can be referenced?
Well, that's the interesting thing. So it'll call any method on the integer, or that is available on the object. So we can see that we've got multiply plus as methods on the integer object. So if we did it, maybe if we did, try and think of something else. So there's a string. We do that. Split. Yeah, they can't do it. Let's do length. So if we had an array of strings, be so, and let's say we wanted to inject. No, if this is going to work. That's a nonsense. Length, that should be 246, I think. No, okay. 1 for 0. Yeah, I suppose we need to have. Yeah, I suppose because you need to pass it into accumulate, so the plus kind of makes sense. Maybe you could do plus on that. Yeah, just to concat them. Yeah. Yeah, interesting.
Yeah, I've got one like that actually in my test. So I had to prove, when I started out originally, I did it with this is just referencing the what do you call it, the Ruby docs example, but I wanted to prove that mine worked in this way it should do. So
interesting. Yeah, so basically what's happening with, as I said, we're sort of calling the method. Maybe it's a nicer method on string that we can use that takes 2 arguments. Well, it takes an argument. Methods. The problem is we've got to pass in accumulator. So on the left-hand side, we've got to have basically the next, the sum is on the left, and the thing you're adding on to the sum on the right-hand side of the formula. So basically, you've got to have do mod. Yeah, it doesn't really work, does it? Starts with yeah. All right. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, you can
but I see how there's some cheaper or more elegant syntax for very common functions.
Yeah. So if we did, so I think have you got them? So on that, let's see if this works. Inject and symbol plus. That's right. So, yeah. Now, interestingly, if you want to do some serious munging, because you basically need to convert the symbol to a block to allow it to work for yield, and then it becomes a bit of a nightmare. So, yeah, that's that.
Okay.
If you want to have a proper play around and go super crazy advanced, then you can.
Okay, fine. Should we just get it back to work?
Yeah, sure.
Before I.
Yeah, just comment that line out.
This guy, wasn't it?
Yeah, that worked.
Which one was the one from me?
That one. So the top one works because you're passing it into block. It's like a shorthand for the.
Oh, okay.
It's the bottom one doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Next is takeaway. Yeah, I didn't really enjoy injects, to be honest. Do you want to see if you've got a message? I don't mind. It's fine.
Okay, so what's your entry point of your system? How do you start it?
So I've got
a system RB. Brilliant. Let's try that.
I've got a system RB, and I in my readmes I try to make them pretty damn clear, which also is a synonym for boiler pants of people. Sorry, this is just a quick loader so that I can load everything in advance. But I do have a central coordination engine, so to speak, and methods. So. And there's plenty of errors that stop you doing lots of things that is not good. So basically, it all finishes in the order area.
Yep.
So basically, what happens is customer first chooses the restaurant, then they choose the dishes that they want. Obviously, they can't choose dishes from restaurants that don't supply them, and they can't choose dishes if they haven't chosen the restaurant. Then the customer will finish ordering. Then what will happen is order thing's going to check that these guys can afford it and that they have finished ordering. Then what they're going to do is they're going to effectively tell the restaurant, or they will effectively have the dishes for a specific order ready. And provided the customer can afford it and they finish choosing and all that kind of stuff, then an abstract informer comes in, and this is in charge of just telling everybody what's going on. Right. So he's called upon by effectively the order. Order says to him, right, you go and tell the customer what's going on, and you go and tell the restaurant to go and fill that order. And then it all kind of happens from there. And this was a project that we did, whereas on the Tube we did after effectively week 1. This is one after we started to do things like solid principles. So I mean, this could be extended, frankly, in abstract concept by adding a whole menu class, but I decided it would just be on the scope. But that's where the things like the message and the delivery time come in, because what happens if I want to make some changes later down the line, and what happens if I I want to inform customers in different ways and all this sort of stuff. So I thought that was an application of what we'd learned.
Okay. Okay. Let's start at the bottom.
Yeah.
I'm going to pick holes. If that's
Okay.
okay.
Yeah, that's well.
Whether you wonder it's being sent,
yeah,
is set on your environment variable.
Yeah.
It makes no sense whatsoever because I want to create a new customer. As a customer, I have a mobile number.
Yeah.
And so it should be sent to the customer's mobile.
Okay. Yeah.
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 Okay.
So that's just, I think for our, I understand what you're saying in real world. Our task said, assume that you've been given it. But yeah, I can see even from a thinking about the project concept, it's not very sensible.
In the message class, I'd make this simpler. So just from a personal perspective, I'd say that the send text should take a message and the mobile number it's going to as arguments.
Okay.
And I think that'll make your testing a lot easier. So if we look at the message spec, nice. Okay. Yeah. So basically, you haven't tested the Twilio API.
Really?
Because so all you've done is you've stubbed out send text, return true.
Yeah. Because they said in the thing, make sure that you don't send a text every time you do an RSpec.
True.
Yeah.
So how have you done? What calls send text?
The informer.
Informer. Okay. Yeah. So in your informer spec, presumably you just stub out the text. Yeah. So that's the bit we're expecting to see is this text being stubbed.
Yeah.
So that when you test your informer, it doesn't fire. So that's good. What you can do inside your message spec is you can stub out the create method on the Twilio account. So you could write something that would test that I call the create method with the correct parameters.
Okay.
This is why I think, in my opinion, it makes sense to pattern a couple of args here.
Okay.
So to and message, and then that interface becomes a lot more simpler. And if you wanted to say create a new here at the moment, again, we're sort of tightly coupled to the fact that it's a phone number. But if we wanted to say, check your indentation as well, remember? There you go. Yeah. So let's say we wanted a email message, and we're basically switch out. What are we doing? Send text. Oh, well, it's on send text doesn't make sense. Message. Oh, interestingly, actually, maybe we want to pass the customer in there. Maybe it'll make more sense. Do something like this, and all of a sudden we can just do. Yeah, and then I don't know. We've got some other libraries including send emails. New pass in customer dot email with a message. Maybe. Okay. Just take this one. Something. Okay, so it's more of a personal opinion rather than anything sort of solid.
Yeah. I think when we first saw this is the first ever API that I've personally used.
Right, cool.
You basically get sent, you get a lot of stuff to copy and paste.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can. And so what I chose to do was just to separate out, the initialization parameters, so to speak, from the actual text from the method body. But I can see what you're saying now, that now it's a bit more clear that the create action is the one that you want to be perhaps testing. I mean, I remember at the time thinking, well, how much of this do I need to test? Because we had a debate in the class afterwards, like, how much you should be able to reference or trust a an external engine, so to speak. But yeah, I took the view that I could see it on my phone, and I was testing that the send text method was called, as opposed to in this instance the create.
Can I pause the broadcast?
Yeah, go for it.